Hey guys, Jason here with Chart Guys, taking a look at Netflix. Yesterday we talked about 266.60 as the level to worry about as we headed into trading action today. So I'm just going to jump straight to the hourly time frame. We can see that we had that double top toward the end of the day. We didn't do a lot, and then pre-market we took out that 266.60 level, setting a new hourly higher high over 266.60 from back here. So that tells me that the bulls are here and they're interested in changing this overall trend. We saw a flush because we did get overbought on the hourly time frame. We got 260.20 as our support, and now we are simply consolidating from that, trying to decide on our next move. Couple things that stand out for me now. One, we got an hourly trend change. We have pulled up and we are now setting higher highs, higher lows. That's good for the bulls. Second thing I want to point out is we've got a low, a lower low, and then a higher low. And if you look at this, and let's draw it a little bit better, we have an inverse head and shoulders. So that sets up a nice move on the daily time frame if bulls can continue this and see it through. What that is going to look like for me is going to be a break of 269.25 with some strength. By that time, our hourly RSI should be very, very comfortable, and we can see it's already at 51, so that would be good. What we're going to look for is a little bit of equilibrium, hopefully opening inside this range tomorrow, but ultimately watching 269.25 for a bull break for an execution of this potential inverse head and shoulders. Should we get that action on the daily time frame, we don't have a lot of resistance to worry about. To the upside, we have resistance at 273.39 and then nothing to 282.50. So Netflix could move pretty substantially if we get a nice bull break. Should we fail to do that and we see some downside action, today's low day is going to come into be an important level, 260.20, and below that daily support, 252.28. So let's see what the bulls can do tomorrow. Hey guys, Jason here taking a look at Tesla. Let's focus on the 24th. Big red day. Was there just cause? Is there fundamental news or some other reason that is causing such a sell-off, or is it simply a technical break and overreaction? If this is a technical break and an overreaction, a little bit of panic, driving such down a substantial move to the downside with no just cause, you can expect correction. And I think we have almost overcorrected in the other direction today, and the bulls really managed to move quickly given the fact that there are no resistance built up on this big drop. We only encounter resistance as we reach up into this area of action from the 24th to the 20th. That range has had time to establish bases of resistance and support, not so much down here. But let's take a look at what happened yesterday and today, and how we could recognize this setup for ourselves. So on the 15-minute time frame in yesterday's video, we are talking about the high of day 228.98 being absolutely key. If bulls can get over that level, it's going to give them a little bit of credit to move to the upside. So we managed to do that in pre-market, and then we set a high 231.44. We got a low 227.40 out of the gate, and almost immediately we get ourselves a little bit of an equilibrium. Not sure why my trading view has been doing that lately, but it's sliding to the side a lot. Anyway, here is our equilibrium. High, low, lower high, higher low, tightening range. Eventually, we just break 230.05. We backtest that level, get a little bit of chop, and then volatility kicks in, and we go into overdrive. RSI got all the way up to 84.24. Substantial move, a lot of momentum, and very impressive how bulls can cut right through areas without a base of resistance and support. So look how quickly it moved down. No support had been established previously, and now we are able to cut right back in the same speed and the same velocity as we were able to fall. Bulls are able to move to the upside, and then again, just getting into that same range, the same place where we've seen resistance supports established before. We're getting that action now. So what does this mean for the future? Well, we got to check our time frames. We've got an RSI that's 72.36, so we want to see some consolidation. We want to see bases of support established. We tried to do that over here, and you know, we managed to do a little bit, got our technical break, and now we're back in that area. So let's look for consolidation. Let's watch our RSIs, see if we can get a nice continuation pattern here setting up. I would like to see an hourly equilibrium, as I always do. EQs are just easy and beautiful to play. But in the short term, we have resistance 245.18, 247.12, and then I'm going to pay special attention to this range of 248.45 all the way to 248.17. There is a range, or a rather substantial zone of resistance in there that we need to watch out for. So nice hourly setup tomorrow, a quick bull run into that range. That would be an ideal trade situation. If we don't establish a lot of support here, we could call on 238.07, that range, for some support, but ultimately, we know what happens when we move quickly and we don't establish bases of support, so we could just fall right back down just as quickly. Play cautiously. Make sure you're using your stop losses. and good luck to you. Hey guys, Jason here for TheChartGuys, taking a look at Apple inside bar day. So whenever we get those, we're always watching our highs and lows, hoping for an inside bar break. We've had a lot of this tightening action. So the longer you tighten up a range, the more substantial a break can be. So I will be watching Apple intently. We have moving average support. We tested and bounced off that today, closing in a nice doji. Our RSI is content at 57.57. We are set up nicely for a move. Ultimately, we don't know the direction. That's why we're going to be using our price action tomorrow morning to indicate what is going to be happening. We have more resistance to the upside than we have support to the downside. So if we do break, I'm going to be looking for the big key break of 217.02. That will have us falling into an area with not a lack of support, but less support than we'd like. If we break to the upside by breaking 220.94, we do have a little bit of resistance in the area of 222.56. A little bit at 223.76 and then 226.42 way over here. So let's take a look at what happened today on the hourly time frame. We had a couple attempts at our highs. It might look better on the 15, and then we ultimately just got rejected from the zone of resistance. 220.93, 220.93, 220.82, and then 220.94. So what does that tell you? We have something to worry about as bulls get into that area tomorrow. 3 rejections from that range, and ultimately bulls got tired and we changed to a 50-minute downtrend in after hours. Big drop, bulls buying the dip and battling all morning against this major area of resistance. That tells me they want to move to the upside. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning. It's all about the pre-market setup. It's nice to see us right smack dab in the middle of this range. We want to run up. We want to hit 220.94 hard. We want to break through it and have a lot of momentum without cooking our RSI, because we need that to give us the juice to finish the job. 48.50, right in the middle of the pack, right where we want to be. Nice setup on Apple. Hopefully we get that bull break tomorrow. Hey guys, Jason here for TheChartGuys. Amazon video yesterday, we talked about 1773, this hourly trend, and we needed to see a high over 1773 and ultimately 1797 to change that story. The narrative hasn't changed. 1773 is still our lower high. We made a small attempt at getting at that pre-market, and we sold off pretty quickly. We have not set a new lower low under 1723. We are currently in an extended hourly bear flag, and I think we may have executed that if it was not for aftermarket action. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Look for the loss of a low of today's action, 1731.50. If we break that, we're likely going to be setting a new lower low under 1723. If we break to the upside, then we have the possibility of setting up an hourly EQ. But right now, until the story changes, it is an hourly downtrend where we're setting lower lows and lower highs, and that needs to change before anything else does. So watch for that 1731.50 loss. Look for a lower low under 1723. Start scouting for reversals at that point, because we'll be expecting an hourly higher low. So that may look something like this. Just speculation. Always play the price action, and sometimes it throws us for a little bit of a loop. So if we break bull tomorrow, we don't have a lot of resistance on the hourly time frame. Look for some RSI related pullbacks as bulls march and try to break above 1773, with the possibility, of course, that 1731.50 is going to be a trend change instigator setting that lower high. So be prepared for all scenarios, and good luck tomorrow.